Good morning, guys. So I want to start today by just taking a moment to admire technical analysis and remind us that yesterday we came in, oil was trading down in this area. Let me actually bring down a smaller time frame chart. So yesterday, when we came in, oil looked like this. And I said I was bullish. So I decided to buy this level, got a nice winner off of it. And then while this is not an opportunity that I would have traded, it absolutely aligns with our analysis from yesterday morning. And I also want to take a look at the Russell. This is one that didn't come low enough yesterday for us to buy. I said I was looking to buy it at this area down here. So after yesterday, it's no longer a valid trade. But it is interesting to see that even though the trade was no longer valid from my trading perspective, it still produces a nice bounce off of that area. So it's just something I point out because it reinforces it for myself. It's good to see those things work out. And the NASDAQ was one yesterday. I mentioned that I was looking to or interested in shorting if weakness came in. I almost took this sell area here, but because it actually lined up with an ES trade I was placing on my prop accounts, I did not place it on the NASDAQ. Had I actually placed this on the NASDAQ, what would have happened? I would have actually had a very frustrating trade. Because I would have set my target right around here, just in front of this low. Price came down. I would have triggered a break even in this area, and then I would have been stopped at break even. So I'm glad, just from a psychological standpoint, that I didn't take that. But now we need to shift and look at what the markets are doing now. So we came up and we were overbought yesterday. We knew that, and we've now sold off. Can blame it on the tweet, blame it on the war. And while that's true and it's important to be aware of what's going on fundamentally, we want the fundamentals to line up with what we're seeing in the charts, in the price action. And right now, as I'm flipping through all the index markets, I am seeing one thing in common, and that is do nothing confusion. Overall, there is a slight bias to the downside on the ES and the NASDAQ, whereas I would say the Dow and the Russell are more of a neutral state. But I'm not seeing an opportunity on any of the index markets for myself today. Oil has now rallied up so high, I really don't want to touch it. Gold started to sell off before it made it quite up to the area I was looking to get short, and now it's in a battle zone area. So just be mindful of that. It could bounce, could see some volatility in there, but argument for either direction. Natural gas, I am back to not wanting to touch it. There's one that I'm seeing here that even though it's technically, well, I should say from a 4-hour perspective, you're going to start seeing some buyers likely come in here. From a little bit of a bigger picture perspective, this pullback here, this is a potential top that was just put in. And so we're going to be seeing some larger players just sold the market, and then a little bit smaller and getting down into the retail side of things, you're going to start buying in this area. So just another market that's a bit confusing, but I do not want to be buying this anymore. Especially because I can't give a good explanation for why we couldn't push higher on copper from where we did. So this area, it's just clearly people wanted to get out there. So I'm just seeing that as a reason to be cautious and to pull back on the buy side. So I'm just going to wait and check back in next week on that. Currencies, really same thing. I don't pause for just a second on the yen here, because the yen meets a situation that, and this is a big if we start seeing strength come in on the yen, that would be a reason to get me interested in buying it. But as of this moment, no, not gonna touch it. But it is something that I'll put on my radar for today. Just if strength does come in, I will be buying or looking for an opportunity to buy it if it gives me one. So for right now, there's nothing I'm going to be trading today, except for maybe the yen if we see some strength come in on that. And then just taking a glimpse at Bitcoin, just as a reminder, so this was the area we wanted to get short. If we were going to get short, I said this is the day to get short, and it's still grinding down, and I don't know what's going to happen. The bottom could already be in, but right now it looks like it wants to go a lot lower.